Anything to look forward to next year? Next year, 2024, being in the industry and all, right? Do you
Don't have
hear
any
chatter of anything?
insider knowledge.
No, no, that's not
No.
what I meant. I was talking about
I have
like
none. I have no
the
insider knowledge, people.
not like that. I was talking about, a lot of you guys in the industry like to talk about,
Hmm.
macroeconomic stuff and, how maybe equities will start performing again based on
Maybe,
the Fed and rate
yeah,
hikes
maybe
being
the
cut
interest
and this and that.
rates.
Based on everything that you hear in the industry, right? I know a lot of macroeconomic factors affect our market. A lot of people have been saying because, inflation's high and then the Fed
The
was
Fed
doing
rate is high. Hmm.
rate high, and so I wanted to know, based on just your opinion, based on everything that's going on right now, do you think 2024 is a better year? Is there any form of optimism at all for a market next year? Do you see more realistic? Talk to me, what's your outlook like on 2024?
Um, I have a generally positive outlook for 2024. As it pertains to like the Fed, I know the top analysts and stuff have been saying that they expect the Fed rate to start coming down. That's definitely going to reflect on the equities market as well because they do go hand in hand. Because while us retail investors do play a big part in the market, the institutional investors are a heavy, heavy part of the market. And if they're not investing in certain things, the market not going to move. A lot of retail investors not going to have the confidence to invest in certain stocks, so they're going to pull away while the institutional investors pull away, and that's what we've been seeing for like the past maybe 2-3 years. A lot of the institutional players are not in the equities market as strongly as they used to be, and that has contributed a lot to the the market technically being down right now. So as that changes next year, I think it's going to start coming back. I think one of the first signs is, NCB, Mr. Leachin coming back, paying that first div pretty good. Um, I'm interested to see what's their next move if they really go through with this APO, because that's also going to have a huge, huge impact on the market, depending
Mm-hmm.
on how much money they're looking to raise. I mean, they're one of the biggest entities, so anything NCB does, it really trickles down to the rest of the market. So with the moves happening around NCB, I expect it to be positive. I also do like NCB going forward. I think where they are right now, if they play the cards right, it's a good place to start from to go back up in price, and the rest of the market is definitely going to follow NCB. There are a lot of stocks right now that are, I think, are discounted prices. If you take a position this year, I think you'll be in a very, very good position on that stock next year. So, positive outlook for me, in summary.
Mm-hmm. Okay, people say buy low, sell high, so a lot
Buy
of
low,
stocks
sell
are
high.
pretty low.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What
Mm-hmm.
I would say is that as much as okay, a lot of the stock prices have dropped. If you look at it, the business has some of them are doing like record profits,
Exactly.
record revenues, and generating cash.
Record revenue.
So
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
if you meds it like
Any examples, Preston? You wanna just
let me see. I
Big up
think
share?
Palace
Scotia.
Amusements.
Big
Oh,
up,
Palace
pal.
did a
Big
Yo,
up
I see
Palace.
pal raising prices.
Hey.
I see Palace are raising prices. So wow.
oh, let me see. Let me have a look at
People, it's
Palace.
causing a big chat on Twitter right now. Actually, they're saying is it the second price increase for this year or something like that? Right?
Oh,
People are calling
interesting.
about.
Palace.
They
Palace
made
is
some
actually at.
record profit the other day, right? Like some
Yeah,
billion
Let me
dollar.
see.
they did.
They hit that bill.
Let me see.
Coming
Oh,
from significant losses, and the
interesting. Okay.
pandemic did them pretty badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the one I was talking about was I think Scotia.
Scotia.
Yeah, let me look back at it one sec. So
Scotia is
Scotia's
also
Beating
making bank.
MCB.
Mm-hmm.
What a headline that was.
What
let me
a
see, yeah,
headline indeed.
is this PE right? Is it PE of
For
3?
Scotia. For Scotia, more than likely.
Yeah.
Most of the financial
Wow.
companies have
What?
a pretty low
That's
PE right now.
even crazy. Let me see.
Wait, really?
It,
It's 3?
3. Well, that's what my money JA has. I don't know if that's. I think Scotia had. Hold on. For the
3.84
year. Okay, yeah,
PE.
for the year ended October 2023, profit was 17.2 billion versus 10.3 billion. Uh, yeah. Interesting. I need to look more into that. Yeah, and wow, even look at that. I see up to end of November it was 32. It's having a little run up now. It's at 30, just under 38. Wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
indeed.
I remember we were talking. Remember what was that? Was it the market Medz day? Like you were talking about Scotia. I think
Mm-hmm.
some
I
more
was
like them.
looking
Was
at
it they paid a
Scotia, but
dividend or
yeah,
something?
they paid a dividend
They're
Wow, look
constant
at
in
dividends
this.
here,
October.
you know. They're
Mm-hmm.
pretty
I
good with
think he
their
had
bid.
said they stopped for a while. You had said they stopped for a while, Thyan?
They
I don't
stopped
They
know.
probably
stopped.
when they weren't allowed.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. So
And
they
then they
didn't.
started back this year.
Wow, look at that. That September it was 33. Now it's 37.99 on good volumes too.
Wow, they're paying
Interesting.
quarterly dividends. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah.
As of this year, they paid one in January, one in March. Sorry, not January. My bad. March. They paid one in July, and they paid one in October. Wow, 3 dividends and record profits. Scotia going bad.
What's their big deal,
Uh, let's see.
This doesn't tell you the annual one, but it tells you like the difference. So for the quarterly ones,
This
it
year,
was
1%.
some of them were 1%, one of them was 92, 0.92, 0.66, and total probably close to like 4% pre-fees.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm. Anything
I
else you
love
guys
that
want
My
to leave
Money
the?
JA has all of these things still. Like you can immediately bring up the yield and
Big
so
up,
on.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
big
yeah,
up my
yeah.
manager. Yeah.
They should do a
Mm-hmm.
thing where you can tally it. It'd be nice to see like the annual, like for something like this that played quarterly dividends, it should tally, like have a sum there beside
And
it
just
so
like
you
a
could see.
column for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
surprised
I
you don't have
guess not
it.
many companies do quarterly, but I understand the need for it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is yeah, I need to actually look back at Scotia. Look at the stock price jump from $32
Yeah, and it's worth looking
in
at.
November 28th to 38 basically today.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll look at them. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
So
anything else you
any
want
stocks you're
to?
looking at? Any stocks you like for next year? Well, any stocks you just like generally. Let no pressure on the timeline. No pressure. We usually
Um,
just ask generally stocks people
uh,
like.
all right,
Right?
my
It could be
stuff.
10 years. People don't know your timeline, so your choice.
All right, I'm gonna pick us up for next year though. I think my stuff for next year is gonna be
Yeah,
with
you're
them.
not a 10 year. You're not a 10 year kind of girl.
I can't sit that far ahead.
Yeah.
But
You said a
I'm gonna pick Wigton for next year.
Oh yeah.
I think I think Wigton is gonna be nice. I'm betting on Wigton for next year personally. That's where my
You
Mm.
money
watched the
is going.
AG? You watched the MJE AGM?
Yes.
You did.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did
You saw the
did you
question
see?
I asked?
I remind me of the question again.
Well, I asked a
With,
couple, but there's the one specific question I'm talking about. I
I think I
asked
know each other
Gary.
talking still.
You know, I
I
asked
know.
Gary what would happen. I'll probably maybe we can put a clip of it here at the end
put
or
the
something. But
clip. in the episode. Let the
or
people
Put the
it
them
chips
clip.
out
see,
again. But
because I
I
love
asked
Gary's answer
Gary,
to it. Right, we'll probably just leave it
what
right there.
if
So.
MJE would consider going over the 10% shareholder limit? And for those that don't
Yeah, I
know,
remember that.
MJE is Mayberry Jamaican Equities, which is essentially Mayberry's stock portfolio. Wigton, the wind farm, they have wind farm and they do other renewable energy deals in Jamaica. They're probably one of the largest players in Jamaica. When they listed, I think it was 5 years ago, they had said no single shareholder could own more than 10% of the company. So they essentially didn't want anyone to go for control of the company. They wanted it to be, I guess, give some time for possible other shareholders if they wanted to increase their stake. But after that time period, they say anyone can own more than 10%. They could technically own whatever the market limit is. So MJE, probably almost ever since listing or very soon after listing, was right at that 10%. There was even a time where I remember them being at like 10.01. So they were technically over.
Always pushing the
Um,
limit.
and that shareholder limit, I think is it end of April next year?
Or May,
Yeah.
starting of
Or
I think
yeah.
it's end of
is it
April or the starting
start
of
of
May.
May?
One of
Yeah, I
them.
can probably double
Yeah,
check it.
around
But
April, May.
at that point, anybody can own more than that 10%. And I asked him, would MJE be going to increase their stake? And
Go ahead, proceed.
he was like, oh, what happens? He asked it, like, he was like, what happens to a company when they put shackles on it and the shackles are released? Yo, the man is hilarious,
Yeah, I love how
The
dramatic
man
it is.
is hilarious.
Yeah,
He was
yo, I
But
couldn't
hilarious.
tell if he was just like gimmicking around or if he was like
oh,
drunk at the
he's serious.
ATM, or I couldn't tell.
Drunk on the
Yeah.
He's
profits.
serious, man. He's serious.
Mm-hmm.
But
Drunk on the
yeah,
profits.
so definitely Wheaton. It's at like 72 cents. Yeah,
Oh, you know the price. Let me see.
I definitely know the price because I'm buying.
Oh, uh, yeah, have a look. Yeah, Wigton is not a bad player. I'm excited to see more of the deals that they're gonna pursue, because if you look at it,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so the JPS recently put out a bid for, I think it was 300 megawatts of energy. Jamaica right now, if I remember, is about 1,000 megawatts of energy, like our total energy demand. And they're saying that, okay, we want to add an extra 300 megawatts, and they put out a bid to say, or they put out a proposal for anyone to bid for that. So I think Wigton will likely be bidding for some amount of that, and then the GPE, or I guess government side, the general procurement entity, they also put out a proposal for 100 megawatts, and I'm sure Wigton will likely also be bidding for that. So I'm excited to see what more renewable projects they'll do. I'm excited to see their partnership with even like IEC. They mentioned that joint venture that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just excited because I'm just like, yo, we need this renewable energy. And the beautiful part about it is that if I could make money from something like a company doing like trying to like save the world or reduce our energy demand and stuff like that, yeah, Wigton I guess will make like a big drop, but I still like the concept of doing renewable energies and stuff like that, trying to save the planet, that kind of stuff, and also making money from it. So yeah, like what's Thean was saying it the other day. He was like, what you said, Thean? What's 70 cents to a dollar?
Yeah, 70 cents to a dollar is what, 40 odd percent?
So
42?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's almost 50.
Yeah.
I think that
40
would
or
be
30 no.
40%. Yeah.
40%?
After fees, it probably go be around, depending on your fees, it's probably about 40% or so.
Yeah.
So yeah.
After fees, if you buy and sell, it would be 40,
Mm-hmm.
41%.
And if MJE wants, MJE has money. If MJE
Mm-hmm.
wants, if MJE wants, to increase that stake, they're gonna have to buy on the market. Yeah, they could approach a shareholder, but probably gonna be buying some shares on the market. So
Mm-hmm.
And it's not hard to move Wheaton to a dollar right now.
let me see. Uh, yeah. Oh damn, the queue
Yeah, I
looking
don't
like
think it would
it's
take
drying
that
up a
much money,
little.
to be honest. Let's check it.
It's drying up a little. Suppose them just bust the signal strategy, just clear the queue. Sell order, load up. Yeah. But yeah. And then others you're looking at?
I also really like, I still like Dollar Financial for next year. Um, as it's been slowly climbing, but yeah, next year for Dollar, especially the synergy with them and SVL, both
Mm-hmm.
being microfinance companies, the license just kicking. I think we're going to see some stuff coming from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And I like SVL. I think the Ghana move
SPL.
is huge. I don't even see the scale of it yet, really. But
Mm-hmm.
huge moves from SVL coming into next year as well.
Let me see SPL. Oh, it's at $25. Interesting.
yeah. Let me see if I can. I remember seeing something on Instagram about that, about the
But
Ghana
S.
move. SVL, yeah.
Okay.
See if I can find it. Um,
So they're actually in Ghana now, or they're still, do you know if they're still setting it
no
up,
man,
or
they're
They're
definitely in
there. No
Ghana.
man, they've
They're
no,
they've
they're
there.
been
marketing,
a good couple months
No,
now.
them start.
They're
making
there.
I'm
revenues
trying
from
And
to.
it
they're
too?
they're growing.
Oh,
Super Supreme, is that it? I'm trying to find
oh.
it.
I have to do
Oh
more
my
research on
god.
like what's their competition like in Ghana, like.
Jono. I'm trying to find it because I know on Sir Barry's Instagram he had, pictures and so on when he was in Ghana with Gary Peart.
Mm,
Um yeah, this was July if you look on his Instagram. But I remember checking out there was actually a Ghana it was an Instagram page. I'm pretty sure it was an Instagram page of the Ghana stuff. Like they
mm,
created an Instagram page for that the betting in
mm,
Ghana. I'm trying to find it. If I find it, I send it to you guys.
mm,
Um, it's in a conversation with somebody. I'll find it. But
mm.
yeah, big, big. I do like SVL. Which other stock you said before SVL?
Dollar.
Dollar. Okay, okay, those are strong picks. I believe those are pretty strong picks for next year.
Mayberry
You guys
Trio.
looking for next year? Maybe true.
Mayberry Trio.
Six, six of my roots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
boy.
I like Wigton too. I yeah, for the same reasons we spoke about. Really, really love Wigton. I think that price is in sense. I just like people love very nominalist small stocks, and then with a company like Wigton, it can move easily. Um, and the shareholder cap being removed. There's so many reasons why I like Wigton. The projects that are coming to them and so on. So uh, I do love Wigton. I like Transjam as well, even for next year. I think they may purchase an even bigger stake in JIO, more than the 50% that they have now. And then the revenues from the new leg of the highway. Hopefully, we start to see that soon. There are a lot of things I really do love about Transjam. I think it can only grow as the dividends increase. The capital appreciation will also increase based on increased revenues and hopefully the decreased expenses with JIO. So I think that's a stunk. Um, those are my top two picks. I don't want to say IEC again because I feel like we beat the horse dead on IEC in a couple of our previous episodes. Preston will link them. We did a whole episode on Siboney, an entire episode on
Mm-hmm.
Siboney, and where we thought
Mm-hmm.
Siboney would be going. So I don't want to talk too much about Siboney, but one great studio. If I were to like another stock, would probably be one great studio. There are several reasons why I love one great studio. It's below IPO price right now, 98 cents. They're making record-breaking profits. The tax break kicking in. We don't even see the full year yet with high voltage. Um, I just think that it's an easy company to scale, based on their business model, and Barita is behind them. So yeah, I really love One Great Studio. There are some other reasons why I don't want to flesh them out now, but those are the big reasons as to why I really like One Great Studio. So yeah, those are my picks.
Damn, you guys took a lot of the picks. But
You can say the
just to
same ones because
probably
we met
yeah.
very
Well,
similarly.
so now I want to give ad says there is another one that you guys didn't mention, which maybe is a good thing you're not mentioning. But people aren't mentioning it yet.
Hmm.
Jam tea, Jamaican teas. Yeah, this
Finally,
might just be
might be
this
summer.
might just be the summer. It's almost an endless summer, but this
Finally,
might be
summer.
the summer. So I've been
Mhm.
sipping some tea, liking
Mhm.
it. If you look at like what they're doing with their manufacturing arm, like they're really trying to grow the manufacturing arm, which I'm sure the spin-off is gonna help grow. But even like the new distributor that they're well, two new distributors technically, so they want Wisinko to distribute for them in Jamaica. I
Hmm.
think it's what Ansa McCall to distribute for them in Trinidad. They're gonna be selling the properties that they've developed. They're working on selling those now, so I think they're gonna be flush with cash. Um, so, and then you have the possibility that the spin-off may actually happen this year, which I think will be very nice. And to be able to actually own the pure manufacturing company, I think is definitely it's gonna be a very interesting thing. So I'm looking at Jam Tea too. So yeah,
Mm. I mean, directors have been
they've been
still
mixed
selling and
by like
buying
they no,
shares.
they're still kind of mixed. But
Yeah, it's
remember, like with
Yeah, their directors have always been very active like that, coming in and out
yeah,
of the stuff.
yeah. I mean, if you look back, even a few days ago, December 15, you see, I mean, 50K shares in GMT isn't that much, 45K, but then you'll see directors selling. I see a director
but I
purchased
think
on
the
November
directors
15 a
And
remember
then
million
that
shares.
directors I think get there was something about like how they set it up where they can get like a
Yeah.
discounted price and stuff. So you don't really know like
yeah,
the
they're
price
probably
they could
selling
have
for
been getting
profit.
at. Yeah, so
But
that's
I
another
think
thing.
most of us were thinking that the spin-off would be like some dividend in specie, which would
Mm.
be great for Jam Tea shareholders. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always concerning to see them selling too much around a certain time.
Exactly.
Can answer the question. Like,
You never really know what you're gonna
Well,
get, you
in
know?
you never know.
yeah, but I think the last update I remember seeing, they said they hope to form like I think finish forming the company by the end of this year, and then they want to have the company running by itself for a while before they then approach the market. So something like that. So I guess I'm getting some sort of timeline on that. My guess would be likely around mid-year next year, possibly, which I guess would be around summer. So
Yo, I can't time GMT, bro. I'm sorry. As much as
yeah.
you like them and thing,
No, but you have to know how to
they've
buy it,
said a
bro.
lot to
You
the.
have to know how to
I
buy
no,
it. Yeah.
I'm not saying no, but the timeline. How do you time it? It's so hard to time. You can't watch the directors. They make
Just
these
have to believe
announcements.
sometimes, bro. You have to believe.
Yeah, well, your money, not mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I mean, if I see the signs, I'll definitely take a closer look. For
Yeah,
now,
So
definitely.
your sign would be waiting to see the directors consistently buying and stop selling.
it would be a multitude of things. It wouldn't just be that. Because you said, I mean, I saw the announcement, of the new distributor in Trinidad and with Cinco distributing here and all of those other things you're saying.
Mm.
The thing that was new to me is what you just said a while ago, where they wanted to see the company operating by itself
That's
first
what he
before
said
approaching the
too.
market.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. How long do they want to wait? A year,
Yeah,
two
I think
years?
he
Like,
said.
I don't really
Okay,
know.
so I have the. So he said, this is, it's probably my food or something. He said, the intention is to operate the company as a standalone company for 6 months or so, and develop a track record so that we can then approach the stock market. This was a Gleaner article in September. So that's, I think. Oh, something else I should even mention too. They JAMT right now essentially has like 2 factories, and then that essentially is very inefficient because you have to be like doing a lot more, like paying electricity at 2 separate places. You have to be having like trucks and whatever going between all these different places. But they bought a property, and they're essentially going to consolidate both of the factories and just run from one factory. And I think they're going to consider, was it like selling one of the properties or something like that too. So I think they're going to be somewhat flush with cash. But as I said, it's still one that I wouldn't, like, I'm not going heavy in it, but I'm, doing a little thing every now and then, because I think it'll be very interesting next year.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Fair.
I mean, definitely, if the spin-off happens, yeah, they'll have a great year.
But the thing is, what's interesting about this is that I felt like in the past, buying JAMT, like say last year, the main reason would have really just been the spin-off. But like JAMT is doing some things that I think, even if the spin-off wasn't going to happen, that you're gonna see something good. So which I kind of prefer. Like, I'm not buying it just because of the spin-off. The fundamentals of the business are doing better, and then the spin-off is like an added thing on it. So say the spin-off didn't happen or got delayed, the business itself is looking a lot better, and then you may see an increase in the share price.
Okay. Not a bad strategy. Okay.
Yep.
All
But
right.
yeah, I think that's... Anything else you want to leave the people with, Shanice?
What I leave the people with? I throw some tips. I guess a final tip I can probably give you is don't stop. Don't stop investing. Like, if you make a really bad trade, it's gonna happen, but it's not the end of the world. And even if you make a good trade, it's still not the end of the world. You gotta keep going. There's always money to make. While you're trading, you should also be building your equity. So if you're making all these trades, but you're not actually building your equity base as well, then the trades that you're making don't make any sense. So no matter what you're doing, have that long-term mindset to know that you're still building for the long term with whatever you're doing in the short term. And just keep at it. It's a journey. Keep going with it. Keep going with the ups and downs.
Lovely. You heard it first. Limitless podcast, top striker tips. Yeah. Thank you so much, Shanice, for coming on the show. As always, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. If you guys love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell.
Again.
Yeah. No.
Everyone on the internet at home. Then.
And I'm doing the call to action, bruv. No. Okay, let me do that again. If you guys love the content, don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell, because we post content so often, right? At least once a week. We're aiming for at least once a week. We do more than once a week nowadays. If you like it, just like it. But if you're new here, please subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Thank you so much again, Shanice. Limitless out.